Hello, 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 hello. Streaming to become president, day 118, almost in the 20s. 2028 election is 1,274 days away. We're also getting down closer to the 1100s. It's getting there. It's getting there. We're over a quarter of the way through. That's actually impressive, guys. Stick with it. You got this. We got this. Alright, we're playing LA Noire. Do we think we're anywhere close to the finale? Do you think there's a case or two more? Well, we'll find out today. But right now we got our tricks as a snack. Ow, 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 ow. There's a handle for a reason. Okay, and then we got lemon ginger tea. Cool stuff, right? So, while we have ourselves loading in, we're going to play our game of darts. So, place your bets. Sorry I'm late, by the way. You were watching Andor, and then Rogue One. Good finale on Andor. It's weird. You know how sequels... Okay, so let's... In video games, you end up getting a lot of progress between the first installment and the second installment, and then the second installment to the third installment, right? Seems like in movies, as far as trilogies go, the middle one's sort of like a bottle episode. It's a little lackluster in comparison, except for some solid good points that you can pull out of it. Meanwhile, if you end up... What the? If you end up... Why is LNR crashing? Would you like to restore them to their defaults? You do movies and you go backwards as far as the chronology goes, tend to be a little bit better. The prequels are good, especially like just leading up to, deliberately intended to lead right into the thing that it's prequeling, and then the prequel of that also. But I think you gotta let time to cook outside as you fray away from the new canon of the prequel, as people point out, no, this is wrong, this is the heart of what the story is, this is also wrong, this is again the heart of what the story is. And then you can do some tweaking, some cleaning up on it, sprucing it up. Worked out really well. And then you watch the newer stuff and it's just like, okay, this isn't all that great. In the new context, it's better. I'll stick with the contextualization though a little bit more, and then come up with my own headcanons afterwards. But yes, anyways, place your bets, like I said. Without further ado, we're going to play that game of darts. Did I jinx it? We only missed two. I'm pretty confident about that result too. But yeah, only a multiple of 2 as far as our workouts go. That's gonna be fine by me. We will figure out what count I end up getting. So it's basically gonna be an even number that I'm shooting for. Alright, welcome to the stream. Brought to you by the leveraging of Creative Commons and open source projects. May I give you some inspiration on what you can do with your own ideas instead of waiting to pay a subscription service for something like Adobe or, I don't know, some other weird subscription service that's going to try and keep you tethered to them to make your creativity made manifest. I don't think that's how creativity works, right? And the following also would be in disagreement with that assumption. Only really did 10 each. I was counting on the push-ups because I was trying to focus on other things, but honestly, I've been lacking on that, huh? Wonder why. Maybe I'm not really slacking. Maybe that's just what it feels like because I have personal aspirations that I wish I could meet. And I got a message on TikTok. Looks like it might be a spam. Alright, we'll wait till after the stream to answer that one. Alright. Let's get that score calculated. Okay. Oh, calculating score, right. That's 2 8, so 16. That's also a double 20, so 40, so 56. So 18 plus 56, that's going to end up being what, 74? Alright, so 74 plus a, well, that's a double 17, so 34. 74 plus 34 is 108. Plus a 19. Sorry, 108 plus 19 is going to be 127, right? And then there's a 13 left, so 140. Wow. Do we beat our score again? I guess that's what happens when you end up landing most of the darts, but beat. One was the quality of darts that we landed. This one's the quantity of darts. Many away. Anyway, which element do you think each of those represents? One being wind and one being water and one being earth type situation? Alright. Oh, actually. Damn. There's a TikTok I was hoping I could go back to, actually. It was a discussion on things, as all TikToks tend to be. If you're in my bubble of TikTok. I'm sure you guys use TikTok in a more fun, entertaining way than I do. Let's see. So, we're going to do this one that's talking about homeless people and the like. Every city subreddit is always filled with, I hate homeless people. Oh, the nicest place to eat in town. I hate immigrants. Check out this photo I took on a walk. I hate homeless people. I hate homeless. Over and over and over again. Anyways, it's just like, oh, yep, this is pretty on par. I said meme, right? 1, 2, 7, 4 days left. So I'm going to be adopting, as far as my GOP persona goes, what's it called? The I hate homeless people stance, except I'm specifically adding in the nuance that the only homeless people that I really hate that need to actually be given homes before we can deal with them properly, before we listen to anything else. We need to just, disregard any of their demands and give them a home first, like we just need to shut them up and give them a home, is billionaires and millionaires. You know, the people that are just like, oh, I don't have anywhere that I can call home, which is why I like to sample and choose all these other places. Let's shut them up and give them a home, because right now it's to everybody's detriment. They're just an eyesore when they go and only leave or only exist in one of the 5 different mansions that they have. And they always show up inside of all of our abodes and everything, unbidden, unwanted, and then just think that they own the place and then just take up as much space as they want. It's the fucking worst. They just need to have a home that we can be like, hey, you're drunk, go home, fuck off. Sorry, I got a little heated there. Anyways, I hate the rich homeless people. What? I said 140 for our score, so dot dash 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 dot 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 dash and dash 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 dash. Yep, sweet. And copy paste because I'm remembering it. I'm a clever person. Post. Heck the yeah. Now for Twitter, currently known as X. Fucking gross place. Paste, image, add another one. Add to, post, now for truth, bada bada ba. Oh, do I have a notification on anything I did? Nope, just Trump. God damn it. Sorry, more specifically the Trump, the DJT, the Trump, Donald J. Trump coin. Gotta love it. You think if I harp on that too much, I'll be called a hypocrite for having my own Patreon? Why did that image get... What? My photo that I took of the dartboard is canceled. That's weird as shit. What on earth? Give me a... Let me take another picture with me not giving a peace sign. See if that ends up working on that. I'm not being made aware why this image isn't working. Huh. Well, we'll post it. Here, we're getting this. Which is weird, because I am just posting this. Peculiar. Well, if we're testing what shows up, let's do the original photo with our peace sign. That's so obscure. Is it reading it as like spam since there's so many similar images going on that I post? And I can't... Oh, it's actively not letting me post it. What the... Wagner? Let's take a close, super point blank photo. Oh? It came back after I exited the app, and then... This is such a weird app. Okay. Trying again. Okay. Dartboard worked. I think they're scanning for repeat image posts, not fully having their AI trained to recognize there is subtle nuances. I wonder if you take a picture of a skyline and have it posted on different days, if it's going to repeat or count it as a repeat over and over again. Because a good enough photographer can make it have the same color palette a lot of the times, right? Anyways, posting, blah, 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 blah. Weird as hell. Weird as hell. I thought we were going to be a little bit quick about that so we could get to our, you know, LA noiring, which I totally could have had going right now. It's my bad. Apologies. Gomennasai. Resuming a different kind of war. What kind of war do you think we're fighting here? So the blue room real?
It's gotta be one of these places.
Man, he's just getting beat up.
The arsonist's a bug sprayer. He must have worked at one of these joints.
Alright. Los Angeles directory listing for exterminators.
Harmony is right here. By
You know what? Let's just skip to it. Skipping right to it. We're in that fast travel phase. You know, inside of like Final Fantasy games when you get access to the airship. You're bleeding, dude.
Help you?
Yeah.
How many guys you have working here, Pop?
Who's asking, son?
It could be official or unofficial. Depends on how you want to play it.
You should get to a hospital, son. That arm of yours appears to be letting in daylight.
Save the pity for the other guys. They're the ones who need it. I'm looking for a big cowboy who works pest control. Does he work here?
We don't have
Such an
anyone
interesting
like that
attitude.
here.
You sure? I'm not the type of guy you want coming back.
Yeah, I'm sure.
See where this corruption goes with the prospective DA. Rest in peace, Courtney.
What have you got?
Looks like a drug overdose.
Get away from him, Phelps. This is my case. Shut your fucking mouth.
I love
Does
it.
a bagman work a case? I knew this creep was in on the morphine heist. Victim of his own product.
Hey, detective! Can we back it off a notch? This is getting out of hand.
Time to talk and a time to shut up. Now is the time to be quiet, son.
Courtney Sheldon was a corpsman, Roy. He served his country. He went out with a medical kit and an Army 45 into places that made the Valley of Death look like a picnic. He was either naive enough or dumb enough to get involved in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund, along with the mayor, the DA, Monroe, and a certain crooked cop. He was involved in the morphine heist, but he has a puncture wound in his jugular, which makes this a murder case. He was a better man than you'll ever know. You say one more word about him and I will blow your fucking head off! You finally lost it, partner. I have a pretty good idea why Sheldon is dead. And I know about Monroe. Your vast, corrupt future is draining away as we speak. I got better things to do than argue the rub with you.
Is he running away then?
Stay with him until the coroner gets here.
My butt's a little clenched. Let me get away
Let
now.
this creep anywhere near it. I'll come looking for you.
Yes, sir.
You know, Phelps, you're not the worst asshole going around.
Thanks, Herschel.
Crusade against corruption. Peterson pledges to clean up LAPD. Oh, can I do it again? Is that what that's saying? City's sorry state of advice squad as motivation, or cites sorry state. An assistant district attorney makes push for top job. Okay, so it is. Sorry. I'll skip. I can't. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Alright. Rest in peace, Courtney. I'm hoping I missed some of the newspapers and we're not still 4 chapters shy of what we're expecting. Alright. Nuclear bug and rodent. Oh, is my framing a little off on this now? It is. Oh wow, it's so off. Okay, scene. Red frame. I'm gonna select this, drag it up to about this size, move it a bit to the left. About right. Oh. About right there. There we go. That look a little bit better. Also, let me get that. There we go. Alright.
Welcome to Nuclear. What can I do you for?
I work for the DA. I need to speak with an exterminator, big guy with a cowboy accent.
We have only 3 people work here. Me and 2 Mexicans. They're both on the scrawny side.
Thanks for your help.
Anything I can... You know, this guy's undercutting their wages for sure. You don't really get that much when somebody's like, oh, the novelty of my name will totally get them to us. Alright, looks like it's Westlake Pest Control. But how do we know he has a cowboy accent? Did Monroe say he had a cowboy accent? Oh, why is my controller flickering? Interestingly sparse.
I work for the DA. I'm looking for a big cowboy, does extermination. Anyone like that working here?
Well, I wouldn't want to get anyone into any trouble.
We could do this the hard way. An address?
Yeah, he lives in a bunkhouse on the remains of the old Rancho Rincon.
Thanks.
We going quick cut there? Okay. Maybe it picked up my pacing. Oh, we're doing a flashback, okay.
Cole, you made it.
What's this got to do with me, Rusty?
Dr. Fontaine, prominent shrink, dead in his patient's room. Spine snapped like a twig.
Okay.
The suspect is one of his mental patients.
I've met Fontaine.
His last patient was Elsa Lichtman, Cole. She's missing. Nurse said that she saw some big Boris Karloff type carry her out of here.
The best thing that you can do to help me, Rusty, is let me take a look around.
Sure thing, Cole. This way.
Okay. Make it right on your butt.
Take your time. I'll give you and the doctor some privacy.
Leland. Listed below are the properties you wanted accounted for.
Fontaine was having the houses burned for Monroe.
Listed below are the properties you wanted accounted for. My associate has visited each and made a thorough survey, and from what he tells me, I gather these families and residents no longer require the assistance provided by our relocation program. Kind regards. Speak to Curtis.
Monroe wasn't happy. People started dying and it attracted attention. And the doctor lost control.
Harlan, this was not our arrangement. Your associate is overstepping his mark. Get him under control, or I will take whatever action is necessary. Alright. We got more? Yikes. Psychiatric report. Personal history. The subject was born into an Oklahoma sharecrop farming family, failed harvest during the Dust Bowls, quote-unquote, as if they weren't really a thing, of the 1930s, led to the family being evicted, and they undertook the journey west to California. The subject's father... Did you know The Grapes of Wrath is banned reading by Christian nationalist conservatives? The subject's father found work as a stuntman in low-budget cowboy films. The subject was urged to pursue the same career, but a naturally reserved disposition and physical awkwardness made this difficult. The subject trained as a gas fitter and showed some mechanical aptitude, but was drafted into the Marines at the outbreak of the war. He served as a blank until an incident. Nature of disorder. When referred to this physician, the subject was suffering from an acute case of battle fatigue manifested in sensory flashbacks, disturbed attention, and sleep disturbance. The subject described symptoms such as vision impairment, headache, tachypnoea, tachycardia, and excessive sweating. The subjects experienced phantom physical sensations when in a wakeful state, and intense nightmares when sleeping. The subject was unable to dissociate memory from reality, frequently regressing to the trauma of... During early diagnostic sessions, the subject admitted to feeling a morbid fear of, and deep fascination with, fire. A determination was made that the subject had entered an advanced state of catatonia, which could not be overcome by psychotherapy alone. The subject began a course of drug treatment in conjunction with clinical hypnotherapy sessions. Sessions were initially scheduled once every 2 weeks. Morphine tartrate? Blank cc in doses and blank was administered to counteract symptoms of anxiety, while hypnotic induction and verbal suggestion techniques were applied. Treatment was initially ineffective. The subject reported no change in the frequency of the severity of flashback episodes and headaches. Additional sessions were scheduled in 2-hour blocks to allow deeper sedation. Morphine tartrate with... looks like it's maybe in 3 digits instead of a single digit, maybe even 4, in doses and increased responsiveness. The subject began to experience diminished physical symptoms, but became highly susceptible to suggestion and ideation. As a result, the subject was kept at this physician's clinic more frequently in order to prevent him harming himself or others. Additional medication was... I can't get that accent that he had. Additional medications prescribed and sessions were scheduled once every 3 to 4 days. Catharsis exercises were undertaken where the subject, in a controlled environment and blah 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 blah, was told to light these fires. The subject reported conflict between feelings of hopelessness and feelings of serenity brought on by volunteer work undertaken on this physician's behalf. You gotta do a long outward. Okay. Prognosis. Anyways, whatever. The subject is fighting persistent delusions and paranoid schizoid tendencies and managing with the help of drug treatment and therapy to keep them at bay. However, it is the opinion of this physician that any relaxation of these treatments would be dangerous. The subject could, without continued guidance, slip back into the clutches of his many demons and enter a new antisocial state of psychopathy. Yeah, whatever, idiot. And this is why we don't need gun-wielding individuals. We need... Oy.
So much for your foresight, Doctor.
Anyways, we don't need gun-wielding cops that are prone and trained to fire at the sign of any danger to themselves, especially, but also maybe to others. Instead, we need, you know, actual, like, mental health professionals to go out and... We even send out professional negotiators inside of, like, hostage situations, also that we can lure the person into a position so they can easily be sniped sometimes, but... You know, in a perfect world, we would be disarming the cops, right? Sorry, I wanna... Okay. Blue music on, visual, action skip, display. I want the graphics large. There we go. Oh shit. There we go. Alright, Harlan. Little piece of shit.
Destroyed by a monster of your own creation, Dr. Fontaine.
How did we know it was the guy that had the file? That's super convenient. So the pyromaniac didn't take the lighter? Okay. Okay. That's suspicious, right? We got another newspaper, The Face of Progress. Says Mayor of Developer Leland Monroe. Property tycoon has 10-year plan for City of Los Angeles. As opposed to, you know, the 5-year plan of all people voting for it, as far as, you know, communist China ends up going for. Oh, wait, no, sorry. As far as the USSR ended up going for, it was 2 + 2 equals, or what was it? 3 + 2 = 4? Was it a 5-year plan or was it a 3-year plan? Anyways. Monroe humbled by words of praise. What the fuck does that mean?
That goddamn pet lunatic of yours is burning down our houses.
Keep your voice down, Leland.
You were planning on selling them?
Is of the essence.
Keep your voice down. You know how much these sons of bitches charge for lunch? Fuck them.
Leland, we will not solve our problems by announcing them to the general public. We only speed ourselves on our way to the gallows.
If you're imbecile, Harlan, get him under control or get rid of him.
Speaking of which, I've had to dispose of our young medical student.
What? Certainly are a cold character.
I just wanted to rest assure your agitation.
Called Kelso. He knows all about the development on Normandy Avenue.
I know about Kelso.
And you thought it unimportant to inform me.
I thought I could take care of it.
Have you?
No, I haven't.
Kelso works for Benson. Is he reliable?
No, he's totally unreliable. But he has so many pernicious habits, he's got nowhere to run.
Can you take care of Kelso?
Don't push me, Harlan. Get rid of the fruitcake. No longer necessary. I'll take care of Jeff Kelso.
Evil bastards. The lot of them. Alright, broken glass. Oh, are we gonna be following it? I'm gonna just step over you in a awesomely desecrating way, but not as desecrating as I wish it could be, knowing the case in a more intimate fashion than we do the other ones. Well, looks like there's nothing to inspect in here. We're out. Oh, hey.
Good doctor has been marking this map.
Wow. Wow, look how easy it is to read. He was doing drawing too. It's adorable. And is it? Oh, okay.
Edgewood Grove, McCarthy Vista, Crescent Heights, Rancho Escondido. Do those names mean anything to you, Herschel?
Yeah. How come?
What?
New houses all being built in the path of the freeway?
Oh my gosh. So in addition to having them burned down, they're just going to be cheap houses that then easily get kicked out for the sake of the city when the freeway gets built. Huh. Oh. Am I... Wait. Am I supposed to be getting a hint from this? Uh-huh. Okay. I guess we're done with it. Alright. These are just leaves that I'm seeing here. Did the guy come barreling through a specific way? Quite a few ways to get out. What's in the good doctor's closet? Alright, is that it? We don't have any other hints? What the hell? What the hell? Incidental?
This doesn't pertain to the
Okay. Some morphine.
Looks like Fontaine has finally dispensed his last treatment.
Why are we coming up with one-liners right now? Huh?
Jack was wrong.
Cool.
It's not about insurance, it's about eminent domain.
What are you talking about, Cole?
The government reclaims the land in the path of the freeway and pays the improved value of the land with the new houses sitting on it.
What about the stiffs who paid their deposits?
Worst
There
case,
we
they get
go.
the money back. But the syndicate pockets millions on the improved value of the land.
So where does Jack's boss come into it?
He's the key. He carries the insurance. The insurance proves how much the houses are worth.
And they're worth nothing?
Firewood, all of them.
That's about as neat a scam as you can imagine. How are we gonna prove any of this, Cole? Doctor's dead. Monroe nearly bled to death. If they get Jack...
We need the firebud. The Okie cowboy. Get him, get Elsa. Get him, get all of them.
So let's leave it so that Monroe was just too good of a person to think that killing people was too big of a line to cross, so he was in too deep and had to listen to the sunk cost fallacy. Alright, buddy. You gonna be calm about this? God, it's so dark. I really wish there was a brightness setting. Oh, wait. It probably got set even further to default. The bright... Damn, it is already at the highest. That's so bad. Oh. Well, that fixed some of it. Knock, knock, knock.
Guess nobody's home.
Oh, I mean, we could have just clicked to open the door, right?
Most guys bring home a 45 or an M1. This is pretty extreme.
It's for spraying for bugs. Right? Damn. You the only one living out here? Kill. Well, you don't want to kick in this door? How kind. Nobody living with him? Guys, he's like so isolated as a person too. Alright. We got a gun just as you Alright. So this would be his room. Oh, there's a cigarette box, goddamn. Why are we even bothering to draw attention to it? It's your fault as a player for being drawn to it. This is a regulator. Okay, so he's the one doing the origami. Is he trying to make a wish? You think he's actually gonna, like, you know, burn down a mansion?
Quite a flock you got here, kid. The river tunnels. This guy's a tunnel rat.
Oh, always with the tunnels for the terrorists and criminals.
A strange obsession.
It's not strange, really. I feel like you just weren't paying attention into the area that you were, you know, shooting up. Sue me for having any form of empathy. Dun, 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 dun. All of the tools required to flip around the regulator, only for the door to close. Alright, over to the other room. Hey, there's a gun. Okay, so many weapons. Yeah, that was Wheatland fly or whatever. And another crane. And another. And another. Oh, okay. Oh, a group toilet. What was the name? What did they call this kind of a living situation? It's gonna be just... Okay. Mosquito coils. You know, because you live out where mosquitoes are super prevalent in open water areas. Why, again, are we being distracted by this kind of stuff? Did we find everything we needed from our good friend? Last time I was under that assumption, it gave a pretty... Oh, photos. Heck yeah. There we go.
I know those faces.
Is
Jesus
that?
Christ, I know every one of them.
Okay.
Oh my God, Ira. You poor backward son of a bitch.
Behind you.
Peterson, I'm going to need some help. I've got Monroe, Fontaine, and all the others. It's all tied up nicely. It goes all the way to the top. Meet me at the LA River Tunnel entrance just north of the 1st Street Bridge in half an hour. Don't ask questions. Just be there.
Alright, that's the DA. We call him Phelps. You don't want to be in on this.
This is DA's investigator, Jack Kelso. I have an urgent radio message for Detective Cole Phelps.
KGPL calling car 11K, 11K, come in.
Where were they
Go
going?
ahead, KGPL.
11K, see the man. A 207 just occurred on the spillway north of the 1st Street Bridge. DA's investigator Jack Kelso reports a kidnapping suspect outstanding in the LA River tunnel system with a hostage. 11K, handle
Roger
code
that.
3.
The hell is Jack playing at? Like a suicide note. Half the LAPD will be down there hunting for him.
Get there first. All units on all frequencies stand by. Car 86 Adam is in pursuit of suspect vehicle heading southwest on Sunset Boulevard. Suspect vehicle belonging to Jack Kelso, described as a Navy Chevrolet Fleetline. License number 4, William 0286. Car 86 Adam is in pursuit.
They picked up his car. I'll need help to make it to the river.
So, all the dirty cops are being, all the cops are being ordered by the dirty cops to go intercept it.
That's Kelso's car.
So we're gonna be taking out cops, good or bad. They're just following
All
orders.
units, Chief Morrow reports that the suspect is armed and extremely dangerous. Repeat, extremely dangerous. Suspect vehicle to be disabled immediately. If necessary, use of deadly force is authorized. All units, suspect vehicle headed west on 5th Street. Repeat, the Chevy Fleetline navy blue.
Jesus Christ. How many cops do these guys own?
Again, they just have to send the order. It doesn't mean that they own them. As long as they're in a position of power and they're indoctrinated to obey that chain of command, they'll do whatever, right?
Is a second suspect vehicle. Described as
It's a second suspect vehicle.
License 3 Sam 0102. Reported to be aiding suspect Jack Kelso. Use caution and continue pursuit. All units stand by for further. All units, suspect vehicle sighted heading northeast toward 3rd Street on the embankment between 3rd and 4th.
Alright, cops. How convenient. Alright, Kelso. I'll just get pulled over by an innocent cop for having a tail light out, or brake light out. Oh, ominous. Okay, not so ominous anymore. Go right into the waterway. Isn't it nice that they plan to take out train tracks for these kinds of things frequently?
Who is this guy?
Peterson, assistant DA.
What's he doing?
He's here to cover our backs.
I'm going in there, Jack.
No one's trying to stop you. I found this at the ranch house. He's marked his routes. I'll go in here. Cole, you take the next entrance. Biggs, I need you to take the car and cover this spot here. I think that's his fail-safe exit. Cole, he's one of ours.
What are you talking about?
Right where you are!
Got it?
Got it.
Peterson, you want to be DA? We'll earn your salt.
So, Kelso is your boy, Peterson? You working with Phelps? A handy lad, that Kelso.
Yes, he is, Chief. You can't imagine what those two have uncovered. It could go all the way to the top. I hope you won't be implicated.
So, you're the new groom, Peterson?
Looks like it.
And you think he'll make it out of there alive?
Please tell me we play this guy.
I think he might. He's a difficult boy to get rid of.
All right, Peterson. I'm listening. What's your offer?
Okay. Hey, we're a bit worried, right? Hey, bud. Ooh, that was a blood splatter.
You're fucking
Hey, bud.
I'm gonna find you.
I'm not finding anyone, though. I'm assuming we're going this way. Oh shit, is he burning them? Okay.
Christ. Just missed.
That's it. Out of ammo.
Are we? Boring.
You're pretty brave for a dead man.
Yeah. I don't think ammo is dying here. That was just ammo. Okay.
How long do you think you can hold out?
Oh, interesting. Alright, buddy, I got your 6. Throw out the gun.
That's it. Out of ammo.
Oh, you are brilliant.
You're surrounded and your buddy's dead.
Can I change? Oh. I'm missing. Just to the side of the face. There we go. Nope.
You can walk out of here or go out in a box. Your choice.
We got stairs in there? Yeah, sweet. Ooh.
This is what I'm good at.
Oh, is this Kelso? This is Kelso. I thought we were playing Phelps for a second. Okay, I really thought we were playing Phelps for a moment. Some shotgun. No. Alright, the water's escalating.
Water's rising.
Well, where am I going? The water's rising.
You can walk out of here or go out in a box. Your choice.
Okay. Not like you're hitting me, right?
Want me? You got it.
Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Like a lunge. A good job. Oh, you were right there. Okay, hi. Any ammo I can pick up off of you guys? Your little goobs. Am I going up? Wow. One beach. I'm guessing I'm actually going... Am I going this way?
Are you okay, Princess?
I felt better. He saved me from the doctor.
Hi, Tex. Do you remember me?
I'm not sure that I do. Have you come here to kill her?
Why would I do that, soldier?
Isn't that why you're all here?
I'm here to get her out.
But not me. You haven't come for me.
No, not you. It ends here.
You were with the 6th on Sugarloaf, weren't you?
I was?
And Naha?
Yes, I was.
You're Sergeant Jack Kelso, aren't you? Where's your uniform, Sarge?
At home in my locker, Hogaboom. War's over, soldier.
I know that, Sarge. I'm fighting a different kind of war. I fight for God now.
We all fight for God, Ira.
In our own ways. Not everyone knows it.
Elsa, are you all right? Get away from her! It's all right, Cole. He doesn't want to hurt her. Ira was with us on Okinawa.
What? You know this guy? Don't you remember me, Lieutenant? I remember you.
No.
He's the one that gave the order.
You burn that cave, Lieutenant. That cave full of civilians. A hospital.
What is he talking about?
It was war. For God's sake, I can't be held responsible for everything that happened.
I don't blame you, Lieutenant. You helped me to help other people.
Ira lost his mind on Okinawa, Princess.
Sheldon asked the doctor to help me get back.
The doctor helped me to find my path. And I helped him to a better life.
Elsa's going to leave now, Ira. She will be all right. You've helped her, too. Get her out of here. Biggs will help. His exit is nearby.
Jack, I need this guy to make the case.
Hasn't this poor bastard given you enough? Get out of here now!
For God's sake, Jack! What are you going to do?
Don't cry, miss. Sergeant Kelso has come to help ease my way. I was proud to serve with you, Jack.
Get out of here, Cole!
Phelps being the shitty person that he is.
we do, Lieutenant? Jesus, look at all the kids! The goddamn screaming! I need to think!
And how do you expect to do that, you fucking maniac? They're burned to a crisp!
Finish them off. Do it humanely. We are leaving this place.
You do it, Phelps! Get your own fucking hands dirty! I'm out of morphine!
Put these people out of their pain. Now! That's an order!
Fucking idiot.
Everyone out of here now. Double time! You two get Lieutenant Phelps to an aid station. Weapons team will be blowing this place in 2 minutes. Everything that happened in here stays in here. Do you hear me? I don't want to ever hear another word about it.
So was that Courtney that shot him? God damn, no wonder you don't want to talk about shit with army people.
Killed that man!
He was doing him a favor, Elsa.
Cole, up here. I'll get this grader.
Hurry! The water is rising. You're first.
Hand her up.
Get out of here! You're not Jack. I'm not arguing. You're wounded, Jack. Let me help.
What are you waiting for?
Jump, Cole! Jump for it!
This is the same time period as the Heavy Rain kid, right? No, a little later. Funny how these chapels are like meant to be old and rustic, but they've only been around at latest like the 1800s, or at the earliest like 1850s or something like that. Maybe even the 1900s specifically. You know, all the ones over in Europe have been around since like 600.
We're gathered here to honor Detective Cole Phelps. Cole Phelps was the best kind of man. Hear, hear. A war hero who led his men with true valor. And through his personal bravery achieved one of his country's highest honors. A cop, wrongly accused, who never lost his faith in the LAPD and the system.
Fine. You belittle his memory.
Elsa.
Out of my way, Jack. You call yourself his friend.
A detective who fought to expose the evil corruption of the murderous Dr. Fontaine and the rapacious property tycoon Leyland Monroe. Go to her. Will you, Herschel? A reformer who recognized the need to remove the odd bad apple from a department made up of good men. Herschel? A man who never gave up.
Yeah, Jack.
Who continued to fight the good fight.
I think you knew that, Jack.
The fight that cost him his own life. A good husband. A good father.
Look at all the guys sitting up there to represent
a good friend.
What happens when you get the power of Speaker for the Dead. Hey Stream Boo, what's up? Kinwork Loden? I don't know what that means. Complete all cases on the arson desk. Well, that is the finale. That was actually a solid ending. I don't know if it does enough to forgive the handling of the contents leading up to it, but it's a good ending. I see why people would be as prone to forgetting all the problems after finishing playing it. Sort of like... Here, let's give a... Not a one-to-one parallel. Nah, I'll just leave it. I was gonna talk about like childbirth. I was like, oh yeah, well, you totally forget the experience and everything like that. All the pain and everything. It's like passing a kidney stone. You might think, oh, this is so looking great that it's done, but then you might go back to the same dietary methods that you had that led to the kidney stone in the first place. Damn. Rest in peace. Especially the civilians that were caught in the fucking crossfire. Funny how we can't get this kind of a story that has, you know, the same impact on the incels and the Gamergate supporters in regards to what we did with the nuclear bomb. Braid was too much of a esoteric discussion on that. Chase the princess and then recognize that the princess was, you know, not yours for the chasing and in fact was probably terrified of you in the first place. Biggs was an adequate cop in regards to what? And then Dusty's still a piece of shit. What's his name? Earl is a raging piece of shit. See what I did there as soon as I saw the word rage show up? Wow. He was a piece of shit. It's so funny that they're totally fine with killing all the people that were giving the orders. Totally fine with all the people that are just like, oh yeah, I can't deal with living in this world with them anymore. And it's just like, okay, we'll kill you so you don't have to deal with it anymore. And then they don't go out and do that vigilante justice on, you know, the ones that they adequately have pinned down as the, what is it, the root cause of this effect? Result, the symptoms, quote unquote. I don't know. And then all of that is just to also find a major scapegoat in regards to the system that they're trying to take advantage of. Oh, it's a dog-eat-dog world, so I just need to make sure to get mine. And it's just like, okay, so if they're gone, do you think that the system is going to give birth to that kind of person again inevitably? Because it definitely will if there isn't any education on it, containment of it, and healing from the process of conquest and colonialism and bigotry and misogyny, all the lovely things. Awesome shit. So, in the terms of making super cheap homes, all in the regards of eventually it being bought out for a freeway, I wonder how much of that mentality has been co-opted and taken into Utah, where everything is just increased roads. They're making it subtle. They went with the green option of doing bike routes instead. Well, yeah, well, it's not a freeway, you know, it's not car-centric, it's bike-centric and everything like that. The way that they handle bike lanes in the first place seems in line with this kind of thinking, not coming from a genuine place, so of course it's leveraged to be sacrificed or used as a pawn for quick cash. Or king making, or queen making specifically, because there's only one king in their eyes, and that's the dollar bills. I don't know. Wouldn't that be an interesting twist on our idea or mentality for green initiatives being pivoted in a very manipulative Tai Chi sort of way. Just because Tai Chi isn't supposed to be used for offense doesn't mean that people don't, right? I don't know. And then once you have all the bike lanes, and once people realize it's still not solving the problem, and once they force enough people to get into the cars instead of in their bikes, and they can just take over those bike lanes for an easier spin on upgrading it to the roads. But then as they continue to do that, the roads need to be wider, and then they can, you know, continue trying to buy out properties. Why do they alternate between male and female pedestrians? Cave victim? Oh man. The local population. Ifeoma Obi. Wow. Score composed by Andrew Hale. Hey, that's the one that we picked up for that other song. The sheet music. Trumpets. Flugelhorn. Jazz vocal recording session. Oh, Taiko. Fucking love Taiko drums. Elsa songs. Guilty. Okay, a long list. 3 of them. A long list. Radio shows. Damn.
It hurts me so much.
So all these copyright people right here are the ones that are making this game like super unmonetizable. Very creator friendly game, I'm sure. But they weren't here to be creator friendly. They were here to run a scam on your pocketbooks, weren't they? Put on a good show with the superficial elements of everything that you're looking for, but one for you to quickly move on from and then move on to the actual meat of it, or get tossed off to the side with a little bit of pocket money left out of your wallet, a little bit lighter. Makes it easier for you to move on to the next town. If you don't like it here, get out, right? Damn, they got so many things to do a period piece. Oh, and all of it was not integral, but atmospheric. Weird how... Oh my gosh. Lib oil. Library of optimized inner loops. I have no idea what that is. This software is provided by the copyright holders and contributors as is. I don't know what that means. Team Bondi would like to thank those who have supported us throughout, our wives, husbands, girlfriends, boyfriends, and partners who have shared the journey. No family members, though. No one gets support from their family members in the production of games. Did the Wise actually feel like this was a super adequate game too for their... We get more flashbacks. It's the epilogue.
How about this for a headline? Guess which former 6th Marine hero has been promoted in the LAPD?
No idea. Well, could be anybody.
You give up?
Tell us or hand over the fucking paper.
The Shadow, boys. Our very own Silver Star winning son of a bitch.
Phelps, you didn't die, Jack. He did just fine, and that's all we're going to say about it, right?
The one and only. Look at this picture. Golden boy getting his badge, wife and kids in tow, and looking awful humble in the process.
Well, he's set.
Phony bastard.
I wonder if they've been holding my job for me after all this time.
What job was that?
Mechanic.
Ain't you seen all the war bond movies, Sarge? All the best mechanics is women. You're gonna have to work as a gigolo from here on in.
I was a bus driver in Santa Cruz.
No pictures in the papers or medals for me, though.
I can't believe I just went through Petaloo and Okinawa just to go back to being a washing machine mechanic. How is it that jerks like Phelps get it all?
It doesn't have to be that way, guys.
What are you talking about? It's always gonna be that way.
Do you have any idea what you guys are sitting on?
Yeah, a ship full of Army surplus.
You're sitting on surplus morphine. 2 tons of it. Can you imagine what that's worth on the streets? Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
You're shitting me.
I'm not.
You're talking about stealing it?
Keep your voice down. Do you want to have us all thrown in the brig?
God damn it, Sheldon. You want to go into the dope business?
No. I want to be in the peace dividend business.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means I want the guys who fought for a better future to get some share of it. You interested, Jack?
Come on, Top. We can
Don't
all
you
get
just
out
love
from
how
under.
they
Oh, it's the
have
chance of our
absolutely no
lives.
faith in the
It's
country
everyone
that they
or
fought
no
for to
one,
take
boys.
care of them?
I'm not having a bar of it, Courtney. You may be the bravest person I have ever met, but I swear to God, trouble follows you around like a pet fucking dog. I thought you wanted to try for medical school.
So what do you want, Jack? What's the future got in store for you?
You guys were all heroes in the war. Every single one of you. Even if your next door neighbor or your wife never know it and don't give a rat's ass. Fuck Phelps and medals and citations and parades. Fuck the public who are bored with returning GIs. I have nothing but respect for what you guys and the
This
rest
is
of
the
the Sixth have
isolating
done.
behavior that makes us the
go
veterans
through
have to
with this?
stick together
And you'll be nothing to me.
and causes them to be super unopen to, you know, any outside help. Damn though. Alright. That's our game. Or that's their game. That's the game. So is this Jack Kelso wandering about inside of the alleyway of the Blue Room, waiting to build up the courage to talk to Elsa and woo her? Well, that is that. Thank you for joining us on this ride. We are now switching over to our lovely Bolska coil transcribing phase. We're now in the yellow pages. Heck yeah. Good stuff. Off to a quick and simple start to An Angel Came to Joseph Smith. It's gospel, don't you know? 3/4 time with a quarter note intro. How cool with... Oh god. Ah shit. He goes 3/4, then 2/4, then 3/4, then 2/4, then 3/4. How are we gonna account for that? Are we just gonna go large and just arbitrarily type it in? I think we'll do that. So, 8th notes are the smallest one. I think we'll just start with that. 1 sharp, meaning that we're in G major scale. So F sharps are what we're going to be looking out for in this. And 2 beats for our, what is it? Quarter notes. So we're going, get that quarter in. And then it's a quarter half with an 1/8 quarter, going B, BE, and then the 8th notes to quarter go GG, BA. Then we have a quarter and a half, or quarter half with an 1/8, 3/8, DC, and a GE, DE. we're into our 2/4 time. It's a quarter with an eighth. And that was a B and E. Okay. And then a GGBC. We're avoiding that F note like the plague. How interesting. How interesting. How interesting. Okay, we do have one. God damn. I was gonna say, if we don't touch it at all, that's very peculiar. Anyways, we go quarter half with a half quarter, going D to G and a DD. And then a quarter with an eighth quarter. GGG. And I guess I could have counted the beats to see how many we would need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. If we want to do it 22, then I should have 22 here. Okay. Bear with me. I just wanted to have it a straightforward loop. So that one was an end on the D and G right there. So I need to, so last note of that. Sweet. Which was a lovely D. Alright. Back on track. So GGG. And a ED BG. Then we go E. This is going to be a quarter. Sorry. Quarter, 3/8 with an 8/8, 3/8. Going E, D, D. And a BG, ED. Then we have a wonderful CC with a G, B, A, E. See what I mean by like F is absolutely avoided? It doesn't get touched in the treble clef. And then our half note is a B and a G. And for our bass clef, may we change our instrument a little? Nah. 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 Sure. Alright, so skipping the first quarter, we go quarter half. Here, I know where we're stopping, so it's going to go quarter half with a quarter, and quarter half with a quarter of that half note spilling over into the next one. Sirens here going off. Alright. You hear that? Oh, I think it's passing by. Oh, probably going through Center Street. Yeah. All right. Anyways, we have a G, GC, and a DG. Low G. And a, I say DG. I did. Sweet. And our quarters are BG and a GF. There's our first one. And it's an F sharp. If you didn't know, we're in a G major scale. D, this half note. Then our quarters in this 2/4 time measure. Did I mistake something here? Oh, okay. No, I was missing the quarter measure. I was like, it's gonna fit everything, but I was only seeing the half note in this last measure. Anyways, G, C. Oh, wait. Did I not do that? So G, C, and a D, G, just like the first one. Cool. Yep. Then we go BF to EB. Convenient. Oh, half notes, yeah. And I meant to say E here, as well as a B here. And skipping the first quarter note. Then we go quarter, half, quarter, half, quarter, quarter, half, with a eighth rest, eighth quarter. It's an AC. Scroll for effect. And an ED. Almost said C there. Then a AG. That seems a little... Oh, that's not an A. Okay. And then an A. Nope, a BG. Then an AE. A DE. Sorry, I want to do the ABC thing. Oh, I'm so angry that lives in my head now. Alright, G, and our eighth rest, and then a DG. Alright, tempo, what do we think we're gonna have to set this to? 100 is a straight up one, so let's go down to 25 maybe. Too slow. 50? Too fast? How pleasant that one is. An angel came to Joseph Smith. You ready for like the hardcore propaganda, like the unique stuff to Mormons? Not just the Jesus-loving hippy-dippy shit. No, this is like the curated messaging to after all of the, what is it? The Wild West time period and the Civil War era sort of faded into some people's memories. And also wanted to get buried by some other people as well. Because it's hard to build a religion built off of goodwill for mankind if you have a history that's as mired in blood and treacherous lies and abominations towards human goodness as they are. Oh, that's weirdly prescient for what we just partook in as far as the finale goes. Huh. Anyways, here's the lyrics, brought to you by the words by Anna Johnson, born 1892 to 1979, copyrighted by the Intellectual Reserve Inc. in 1969. Music by A. Lawrence Lyon, born 1934, and copyrighted in 1969. Aw, this person was only 35 years old when they got their big break at Intellectual Reserve Inc. How awesome of them. Should have gone into making video games or something, buddy. An angel came to Joseph Smith, and from the ground he took a sacred record hidden there, a precious holy book. This is not to be mistaken for the time that he saw... What's the chronology? Because he got visited by so many divine entities. An angel, Jesus and God at the same time, and he could see both of them distinctly to the point where it's just like, wait. Well, what about that story where you can only see like the hand of God, or like God's image is so vast that you can't even see him, you know? Anyways. Sacred record hidden there, a precious holy book. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, it tells of people long ago, led by the Lord's own hand, who left their homes and crossed the sea to reach a favored land. Not to be confused with Columbus and the white man's journey here to America. This is a different group of white people who showed up here in America, who later got killed off by also the same people that they brought with them, supposedly, as the story goes, and the people left behind are the Native Americans, right? And anybody, actually not just like Americans, just all up and down, right? No, weird how this person took all their history books, because I'm sure that this at this time period too, the history of America's creation was also not necessarily super well taught, so co-opting it into a grand message of like national unity, my national unity, quote unquote, is what Joseph Smith is saying. Yeah, we were blessed by providence. Whatever. The Nephites and the Lamanites and all who came to dwell. By the way, it was according to it, the Nephi, Laman, and Lemuel. That's like saying like Wario and Waluigi, right? Like, are they saying like layman? Like lame men? That's like the grand extent of Joseph Smith's capability to come up with names. Oh my gosh. Anyways, yeah, it wasn't a whole group of people known as the Nephites and a whole group of people known as the Lamanites. It was Nephi and, well, and Laman and Lemuel, and I think there was one other good brother, but more of a coward. He was a beta cuck, basically. And they were all the children of Lehi. And that's them all coming across the sea to an empty land, apparently. And all who came to dwell had peace when they the Nephites and the Lamanites, and all who came to dwell had peace when they obeyed the Lord, the sacred records tell. funny looking at it from a anti-fascist perspective, where it's just like, that's, you obey the law and you have peace and everything like that in the land. That seems a little, I don't know, restrictive, not free. This isn't very free, I feel. And what happened to the people that didn't obey? Anyways, and now I'll read this singer, and now I'll read the sacred book, and then I'll understand that Heavenly Father loves us all in each and every land. The fuck? What the fuck? Ugh, goddamn. Alright. That's a little crass, isn't it? It's just like, oh yeah, that wasn't the lesson that you were getting from when you were reading Christian text from beforehand. How much were you just wanted community, right? And it's just like, hey, buddy, you can critique religions without having to make your own, right? I don't know. I fucking hate this kind of shit. I don't know. But hey, I'm gonna be critiquing this religion until they excommunicate me. That's gonna be the fun day, right? The full excommunication. I'm looking forward to it, because these people make me popular so that the Mormon church can recognize that I'm leading you all astray from their teachings and villainizing their doctrine and everything, so that they can actually like publicly excommunicate me. That's totally what I'm wishing for. And then that way, when I leave, I will have a community that I can join and be like, oh yeah, that's totally what's happening here. As opposed to me actually going to be triple, double dog daring and damning anybody that thinks that the prophets are totally the prophets when they don't even have the guts to say that they speak actual word of God. That's so funny of them. Oh, I lost my page. Anyways. Ramble, ramble, ramble. I nominate myself as future prophet when this next guy dies, and when the next guy dies, and when the next guy dies. Then there will be someone after me that'll be doing the same thing, I'm sure. Because they are the dumbest religion to accumulate that much wealth in such a short time and think that it's all going to be fine and dandy if they just close their eyes, close their ears, close their mouths, and pray internally for all their problems to be solved. And the problems seem weirdly not material problems for the certain top portion of the, pyramid scheme that this is the church. This top portion seems to more be thinking that the problems are the bottom portion that doesn't quite capitulate fully. They want more, and they hear that there can be more, but only a few get it? That's weird. Multi-level marketing schemes. You gotta love them. Alright. What am I doing? Moving into the Green Book. That's where I'm going next. And then we gotta do the Creative Commons song. Fuck yes. Oh. I want this song sung in my grave. Alright. So we did praise to the Lord the Almighty yesterday, right? Oh, did we do praise the Lord with heart and voice too? Praise the Lord with heart and voice. Yep. So We're also praise ye the Lord. How many is that in a row? Praise, praise, praise. Sing praise to him with songs we praise. Praise to the Lord the Almighty. Praise the Lord with heart and voice. Praise ye the Lord in hymns of praise. Oh my god, it finally stops after that. Was there any before that? Nope. Although that one was called All Glory, Laud, and Honor, so might as well have been praised. Alright. 74. Shit, this has 7 verses? God damn. God damn, guys. Alright, so we're dealing with an 8th note, any 16ths? No. And then it's 3/4 time. And then let's find out. 1 flat, meaning that we're in F major scale, just B flats that we're worrying about. How many measures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 4 of them? Yeah, 4 sets of 4. Sweet. Let's do this. So, 3/4, or 3 Qs, half quarter, 3 Q with a half quarter, 3/4. Yeah. Oh, how fine and dandy. Alright, so FEF and FGA. Then an EF and a BA. Then a G, sorry, G, CB, and an E. I said B flat, right, that we're worrying about. We're in F major scale. Yeah. Cool. Alright, then a 3/4 had F and A. Then we go DCF and a GGG, EC, and a, oh, I forgot to say, this is a 3/4, then a half quarter with a half 8/8, 3Q, I meant 3Q of the first one, so 3Q, half quarter with a half 8/8, 3Q, 3/4. Alright, so this next one is a CGF. Then we go C, D, B natural with a EFD. And it's a wonderful C 3/4. Next. A 3Q with an 8/8 quarter quarter, half quarter, 3Q with a half quarter, half quarter. Uh-huh. BAG. And a DEFE. Then a FF and a CA. GFG and a CC. And then a lovely FFAA. Ooh. Then our last chunk. Before the song that I actually care about. Alright. Half quarter with a half 8/8, half quarter with a 3Q, half quarter, 3/4. Sweet. I believe I saw an F there. Let's call that correct. Yep, F. And a D. And a GA and an F. Then an FF and a BAG. I didn't miss any B flats. Yes. Sweet. Alright. Then an FE and an AG. Then an F. Saltine. We have a saltine on our hand. Nope. No. No. Definitely not. Almost. We'll stick with that. Alright. We have a 3Q, half quarter, 3/4. Going FBA and an ACC. Then an a GF and a CC. And a CC again. With a EC. Then an FC. Wow, they like the C's. Saltine, like I said. Alright. 3Q, half 8/8 with a 3/8/8, 8/8. There's a tiny little grain of salt that we're getting to liven up this dull cracker. Half, quarter, and then 3/4. C natural, CA. And an FED. Then we have a GGA. And a lovely DEF. That was a B. No, specifically with a B natural. I was almost about to correct my correction there. That would have been awful. So GF G. A little low for my taste. Alright. CE. Three-quarter, half quarter, sorry, 3Q, half quarter, 3Q, half quarter. There's a lot of whole rests going on there. So we're going DCB. Then a AC. Then a BAE. FC. Then we have a half 8/8 with a 3/8, 8/8, 3Q, half quarter, 3/4. BDC. And a BCBA. A little low again, we're getting as we go. GAB, we got a gab here. And on top of that is a DCD. Then a CB and a CC. And our 3/4 is an F and an A. 7 fucking verses. Be prepared. 104 tempo divided by 2, so 52. Yeah. And 1 off. Dang. Alright. This song text is by Isaac Watts, 1674 to 1748, based on Psalm 146. And apparently, you know, you gotta add in a little bit of Book of Mormon influence here. 2 Nephi 4:34 apparently too. Music by Evan Stevens, 1854 to 1930. Alright. Praise ye the Lord, huh? Praise ye the Lord. Oh, right, we gotta play this to figure out how it sounds, huh? We gotta. We're going straight to the basics. Anyways, praise ye the Lord, my heart shall join in work so pleasant, so divine. So praise ye the Lord, exclamation mark, punctuation, and then this is all a sentence. My heart shall join in work so pleasant, so divine. Okay, why is Duolingo worrying about it protecting my streak at 2 in the fucking morning? My heart shall join in work so pleasant, so divine, now while the flesh is my abode, and when my soul ascends to God. What the fuck is going on? My heart shall join in work so pleasant, so divine, now while the flesh is my abode, and when my soul ascends to God. What is the work that you're working towards? Like Christians, like, what? Alright. Praise shall employ my noblest powers, while immortality endures. Are we talking like legacy building and crafting here? My days of praise shall ne'er be past, while life and thought are being last. It's like, oh yeah, all of my existence is in devotion to you, me Lord, as opposed to by giving my existence I pay tribute, or am a sign and symbol of me Lord. Why should I make a man my trust? Princes must die and turn to dust. Their breath departs, their pomp and power, and thoughts all vanish in an hour. So what you did, because you felt like you couldn't exist without an overseer to help guide your way, is to externalize your free will into some other entity and then give it all of the power, which is a convenient straw man to put all of the blame for anything that you should be held to account for. Fun. Happy the man whose hopes rely on Israel's God. Happy the man whose hopes rely on Israel's God. He made the sky and earth and seas with all their train, and none shall find his promise vain. None. But remember, the promise is actually a covenant, which is a transactional agreement. You do this and I do this for you. So the promise is if you live in a bad way, then you're going to get punished. That's the promise. It's a threat as opposed to a promise at that point, you know? Like, in an instance where you are hoping that somebody can help you and they promise that they can help you, it's not them threatening you with their absence, right? Like, it's just more of, oh man, broken promise. Like, I was hoping that we could get this priority set up, and even if all of the world ends up fighting against you and you do absolutely want to prioritize that promise, sometimes you just can't keep it, right? So that's just a broken promise regardless. But meanwhile, in the context that they Mormons end up fabricating God is that the promise also acts as a threat of like, okay, we will give you this if you are holy and everything as far as we divine, but if you are unholy as well and do actual things against the word of God, then there's a promise that you will be punished for all eternity. That's a threat. Yeah, threats are not godly, I feel. We moved past that, we thought, with the Greeks, but then we're just like, now let's double down on that shit. Let's make it all the gods combined in one. So it's just like a, I don't know, multi-personality disorder situation going on there. Anyways, rambling on, we got 3 more verses to go. His truth forever stands secure. Oh yeah. He saves the oppressed. He feeds the poor. Does he fucking feed the poor? Huh? Holy fucking shit. The Mormon church can easily feed every poor person with their logistics that they have set up, the funding that they get from every one of their constituents or the congregation. They can feed the fucking poor. That would be the greatest form of active missionary work from your home base that you could do, and you refuse to do it so that you can buy a property inside of Los Angeles or sorry, LA, not LA, Los Angeles, LA, Florida is what I'm thinking, or here in Utah. You know, you love it. You love to see it. Fucking hate to see it. Anyways, he sends the troubled conscience peace. The little ones that have to struggle being human in this contradictory world of capitalism and Christian extremism, do they ever actually feel peace, or is it more of they're continuing to bury their insecurities further and further down because they know deep down in their hearts that they're lying, until eventually they just snap and decide, you know what? Moral grayness, there is no God. Fucking do whatever you want. Love to see it. And grants the captive sweet release. And this one gets misinterpreted as just a, you know, rest in peace, hero. Fucking, he's here to send me to a greater way. He's my passing. Anyways, the Lord gives eyesight to the blind. The Lord supports the sinking mind. I would go so far to say as the Lord gives eyesight to the blind by having everybody with sight working collectively to assist instead of trusting exclusively dogs to take care of people, and finding all the methodologies of existing in a way that doesn't rely exclusively on sight to make that the standard one, you know, sort of in the same way that we have curbs that make it, and what is it, like wheelchair access is just slopes are easier to get through than steps are. Like when you help your fellow man through all of the disabilities that they might have as far as our society exists, then you actually end up helping yourself too quite frequently. Weird how that goes. Anyways, the Lord, and also, you know, you're like the prince too. You're eventually going to die and turn to dust as well. So make life easy for yourself and the people that you can relate to, because they're going to be struggling through the same thing. And it's not a begrudging thing that you have to do in the first place. It is literally going to help you. And it's pretty satisfying figuring out an answer and then just seeing if there's any ways of accelerating that answer. And then don't accelerate it too fast, otherwise you get, you know, the Neuralink brain chip, because you're also not caring about the cost of human life. But that's where the actual peace of mind comes in too, where it's just like, okay, I get that you wish that the world had been like this before you got here. Are you going to prevent everybody out of spite from having that? And also just recognize too that just because you don't want to contribute that information or that accessibility option to the rest of the world doesn't mean that somebody later down the line is going to be a better person than you and do it themselves and also provide that information to the rest of the world. It would be funny for you to be compared to somebody who actually had the goodwill and heart to, you know, give that accessibility to everybody, while you were just like feeling super spiteful and didn't want to contribute because it's just like, well, I didn't get to live in a world that had this beforehand, so why should anybody else have that? I'm going to condemn and curse the rest of existence with that, not recognizing that your curse is going to only fall so far. Whatever. Well, yeah, the Lord supports the sinking mind. Oh, I wish we could help everybody, like I was saying about we send cops with guns out to those situations instead of people that are actually empathetic and trained to handle the journey and the wayward mind. He helps the stranger in distress, the widow and the fatherless. I could say some things. The widow. We only care about the widow if they're, you know, attractive, right? Or not going to be an intrusion. And we don't care about widows when they're, you know, our own parentage and everything, so we send them off to a home. We don't care about the fatherless at all because fuck kids. And if you dehumanize an entire population to the point where you think, oh yeah, their parents are totally, you know, insufficient too, then they might as well be fatherless, and you still don't give a shit about them either, outside of taking them from their homes and, you know, trying to at least do your one bit of good charity by helping a small little pebble in the pond and everything like that. Anyways, he loves the saints. He knows them well. It's going to be a curse on some people. But turns the wicked down to hell. And there's that threat. There's that threat. Thy God, O Zion, ever reigns. Praise him in everlasting strains. All different ways and existence and forms of, you know, living your life. Those are the strains that you need to make sure have lines of praise nested in them, as opposed to, you know, living for your fellow person is the way of doing that. I don't know. Weird how that goes. You know, I think we should have enough time. We'll get in the gloaming hyped up, but I want to see what Psalm 146 is. King James Version, since that's so wonderfully used, right? Oh god. Alright. Let's the New International Version. I just want like old. What version is this one? The New International Version? Bible version. What's the oldest one? It is highly readable, accurate translation written in modern English. The oldest Bible publisher in America. I just don't like the names of any of these. Weird that you let a king write your Bible and then are like, oh yeah, totally America, fuck the monarchy and everything, right? But oh my god, I just love the writings of these kings. This produced by a king writing. It's so funny. Fucking hell. Sefaria? We're gonna go with this one. I have no idea what JPS is. Got the Talmud? What am I looking at here? Okay, we're going with it though. So, praise the Lord, my heart shall join in work so pleasant, so divine. Now while the flesh is my abode, and when my soul ascends to God. So let's see how that goes. Hallelujah, praise the Lord, O my soul. I will praise the Lord all my life, sing hymns to my God while I exist. Put not your trust in the great, in mortal man who cannot save. His breath departs, he turns to dust, and on that day his plans come to nothing. Okay, so let's see. It takes till the third verse for them to get to that. Why should I make a man my trust? Princes must die and turn to dust, as opposed to, you know, this is somebody that was just like, oh my gosh, we placed all of our eggs in the basket for this prince, and the other prince ended up getting elected as the king. Fucking power struggles, Game of Thrones bullshit. Anyways, then we have happy the man whose hopes rely on Israel's God. He made the sky and earth and sea with all their train, and none shall find his promise vain. So let's see how this one goes. Happy is he who has the God of Jacob for his help. Funny how they changed that to Israel's God. Happy is he who has the God of Jacob for his help, as opposed to relying on him. That's weird too. Instead of happy is the man whose hopes. Oh God, it's not even just relying on. Like your hopes also rely on. Oh God. Happy as opposed to just being like, oh yeah, no. The way of God happens to help me. It's like living in synergy with the existence of the world, you know, like God is actively incentivized to be keeping existence, you know, like you see my light actively working to keep light moving throughout the universe and existence and keeping things tangible, right? So if you work in accordance with that, happy will you be, right? Because everything will happen to have immutable support coming from God or the world, you know. And then if you manage to extend that world over and that God over into nature and everything, and you work in tandem with nature and how it tends to percolate up, and as far as Earth is concerned, but also only exists right now in this existence of Earth that we can find right now, then you'll be happy. I don't know. Funny how that goes. All right. So anyways, happy is he who has the God of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in the Lord his God, maker of heaven and earth, the sea and all that is in them, who keeps faith forever. Okay. His truth forever stands secure. That's probably what it was. Right? Yeah. Anyways, he saves the oppressed, he feeds the poor, he sends the troubled conscience peace, and grants the captive sweet release. So, who secures justice for those who are wronged, gives food to the hungry, the Lord sets prisoners free, the Lord restores sight to the blind, and the Lord makes those who are bent stand straight. Oh, so it wasn't just the Lord supports the sinking mind. You can't have like those kinds of miracles of allowing people to stand upright, and you know, even if it's more of like, holy shit, you got a lot of gravitas and confidence and clout. Like you may be a hunchback of Notre Dame, but damn if you didn't walk in here with like the gravitas that makes me be like, this person's standing up straight. They're standing on business. I fucking love it. I love to see it. Instead, it's just, you know, the sinking mind. It's easier to, you know, target people that are not of sound mind or struggling with the ills of society. You know, they are not well adjusted to the ill society, and easier to single them out and target them for your charity work that isn't quite charity, but more of, as far as the context of modern day stuff, is manipulating them into becoming a member of your congregation, you know, in the same way that Ira was taken advantage of by the good Dr. Harlan. Yeah, anyways. Moving on, we get to helps the stranger in distress and the widow and the fatherless. So the Lord loves the righteous. The Lord watches over the stranger. He gives courage to the orphan and the widow, but makes the path of the wicked tortuous. tortuous. So that one jumps right into the 7th verse. But yeah, so he helps the stranger in distress, the widow and the fatherless. He helps. You missed out how he helps. He gives courage. What benefit do we get to courage? Because we're gonna get into it with in the gloaming song, but people that are lovelorn or feel totally rejected by society, it's difficult to get past the hurdle of like, oh yeah, no, there is the potential for a better world out there if you have the courage to persist in this existence, and maybe even there's happiness to be found in that way. But no, it's more of just intangible, Democrat, liberal style. We're going to provide help. Give me policy. What is the policy? You have courage. Okay, so, that's a step in the right direction. And then you find yourself a little bit, as you get down into the deeper parts of it too, like, what is the courage that you're getting provided? Oh, it's like, again, we have a whole bunch of people working in support of making this world a little bit better for you. I hope you can find them. Hope you can trust that I'm one of them, right? This is like the intent of you singing the song to people to hear an earshot. Like, you don't necessarily know the full story of people, but you're hoping that you can speak to their hearts through song. I don't know. Alright. Yeah, he makes the wicked path torturous. The Lord shall reign forever, O God, O Zion, for all generations. Hallelujah. Your God. Anyways, this one is, he loves the saints, he knows them well. Where the fuck does it say that? Wow. A little bit of patting on the back there inserted by the Mormon church. How curious a function there. The Lord, they should have just rested on this 7th verse. Took a hint. You don't go past the 6th verse on the 7th. You just let the music speak for itself, and then move on. Maybe go for an 8th one, but count the 7th one as your little rest period. Yeah, you dragged on too long, buddy. You couldn't help it. And that extra bit of work, you ended up getting a little bit corrupted. He loves the saints, he knows them well, but turns the wicked down to hell. Thy God, O Zion, ever reigns. Praise him in everlasting strains. Oh, and we forgot the generations. Oh no. Yeah, the Lord watches over the stranger. He gives courage to the orphan and the widow, but makes the path of the wicked tortuous. The Lord shall reign forever. Your God, O Zion, for all generations. Hallelujah. That's a weird one to have it inserted in there. That's a weird one. He loves the saints. He knows them well. Does he now? How curious. All right. Let's get this one saved. I love the ones that have clear references that they're pulling from, or basically just trying to do we're just doing a one-to-one copy and then seeing what's extracted, what's inserted. It gives so much clarity as to what the current state of the church is. Oh, but you're doing this in bad faith. And it's just like, no, this is actually in all good faith. Do you know where I fucking come from? Do you know what I fucking seen? The fuck you know about me, huh? Sorry. That's not targeted at you. It's targeted at, like I said, those in power, the prophets, the people behind the podium as they give a eulogy for a dead friend. Fucking speaker of the dead. Alright. Praise ye, lowercase, the Lord. Bam. Now, For my song, my reward. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's this song right here. A rendition by American Quartet with Will Oakland of In the Gloaming, a song first composed in 1877 by Annie Fortouche Harrison using lyrics taken from a poem by Meta Orad. This one's in the Creative Commons. It is phenomenal in my opinion. I don't know. The poem is great. The song did great. Very sad. Very depressing. Scottish, apparently. So, let's get it transcribed. Alright, I'm gonna... Let's see. Let's add filter. Let's add a crop. There we go. See how many pixels we going here. 100. 1000. Too much. 500. 550. 600. 700. Nope. 650. And then on the right side, 650 as well. And then on the top, we will delete 20, 200, too much, 100, 150, adequate. And then on the bottom, we'll do, what, 20? Yeah, alright, there we go. Cool. 2/4 time. It's got one flat, so that means we're in F major scale. We're paying attention to B flats. And I'm gonna... Let's see how many measures we got here too. We're gonna do a full draw because it has the play out and then the play in as well. And we'll see if we can find out what the intro is too. But first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, for the first verse. 32. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 for the last one. So 32 and 40, so 72 measures to worry about. And there isn't even... So as long as we have an increment of 4, we'll be good. Can we do 8 too? We could do 8. Wonder if we can fit 8 inside of a 2/4 time. So, Polska coil. Let's see what we can do. New song. Stop. We have 8th notes. Any 16th notes to worry about? No? Sweet. So, we're going to go 8 would be a full, so we're doing 4. Yep. And then we can actually, oh my god, we can do 8 per. All right. So, let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So up to the half note. So we're gonna go 3/8, 8th, quarter, quarter, 3/8, 8th with a 1/4, 8th, 8th, quarter, 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 3/8, 8th, half. Got it? If not, you can see it right there. We're working straight advertised. Yeah. Did I put this just over? How do I want to work this on the visuals? You'll miss out on... I want to keep the page open. So, remember, this is a totally Creative Commons work. Anybody want to do some sampling? Feel free to take a peek at it. So we have a FFF F across, and then a CDCA. Let's get that CDCA first. Wow, I'm already hearing it. And then a CB. Oh my gosh, it's hurting. Oh no. AEE. And then a GF and a BA. Alright. A GDD. Okay. CFFA. Then a ECGB. And then an FA half note. In the gloaming, oh my darling, when the lights are dim and low. Dim. I get this right. I'm gonna be doing my own singing for this one. I'm gonna have my own version of it. I just like this song. Okay. Next chunk we have a 3/8, 8th, quarter, quarter, 3/8, 8th with a 1/4, 8th, 8th, quarter, 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 3/8, 8th, quarter. Let's check and see if this is actually a repeat. Checking. Okay, minus the third to last. Okay, the last three verses or measures are different, but that will not stop us from saving ourselves some time and effort by going here and erasing them. Alright. So we got that a DD and a G confirmed. Alright, it's a BFBE. And then a... Whoa. I was so off on... No, okay, I was right. Oh my gosh, I was looking at the 3/16 or 3/8 and thinking I was doing that wrong. So an EA, EG, then a half note F, and then our lovely change of pace taking place here. So we have a 3/8/8, quarter quarter, quarter quarter with a quarter 8/8, quarter quarter, 3/8/8. Why is that one dotted there? Oh, it's just on the other side. Okay. And then quarter quarter, quarter quarter, half. Alright. So we have a F E flat, E flat G. Then a D G D F. Then an E flat F, E flat G A. And then a D G D F. Okay. I think I'm getting this. I mean, it changes right now, but then we go D, E, oh, sorry, DF and a GG. Then a FA, FC. Okay. Sorry, song is sad. FD, FC. And then an E, G half note. Alright, I'm gonna shift that there. Move this over here. Okay, we're moving this actually over here. There we go. Okay. This is the last chunk before we do a repeat of it until we get to the last chunk. Is this a, by the way, is this a repeat of the first two? Yes. 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 Change. But is it a change to the second one? It is a yes. And a yes. And a yes. Okay, so number 2 is the play out. Then I'll go 1, 2, 3. And then the last note is the same. We'll have to keep note on the bass clef because that one does change it. but it is 1 2 3 2 1 2 3 2 on the treble clef, and then our play out 3/8 8 8 8 8 8 half to quarter 8 8 quarter quarter 3/8 8 half to half. Let's get it in. So we have a DF DE, then a DDE, oh sorry, DDD D, and a GF DF. Oops. Alright, did I say GF? GFED, yeah. Or sorry, GFEF. Then we'll do the half to quarter here at F and C. And then low CC. Alright, then a B natural, so BD DF. Then a FA EG. And then a long held F. Alright, we're ready for the bass clef. You ready for the bass clef? Alright. So this one's gonna be a similar tempo as the previous one, but pared it down a little. So 3/8 8 quarter quarter 3/8 8 quarter 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 3/8 8 half. Let's get it in. So FA FB. Then an F A F C. And then a C octave. Oh, that one goes C sharp to G. And then a DD, an FA. Then a B octave, BG. CA, CC. Then a CG, EC. Then our half note is an FC. Let's check and see if this is a copy up till the last three, I would presume. So first two, yes. Second two, yes. Third, yes. Fourth, yes. Third, yes. Or sorry. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, yes. Sixth, no. Seventh and eighth, no. All right. So erase, drop 5 here, copy, and erase the last three measures. same tempo. Quarter is 3/8, eighth half. But we're going to go, instead of C octave, it's C. And then we go C octave, CB. And then instead of this one being an FC, it's actually going to be an FA. And then into the new. Although this is looking suspiciously. No, okay. We're alright. 3/8, eighth, quarter, 3/8, eighth, quarter, half. So FA. Roll for effect. Then a B octave. Then an FA. Then another B octave. How? I don't know. Trite was the word I was gonna say. I'll hear the bass when I have it playing out. We'll see. Then a G. Gotta be natural that I'm reading there. I feel like I'm reading a B natural there. So GB natural. Then C octave, FA. Then an FB, FA. And a C octave. Oh, and check for a repeat. We are looking there. Yes. First, second, third, not fourth. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we'll just erase this. Drop 6 right here. Then we're gonna erase everything from 4 over. I guess I could have kept some of those though. Alright. But I do believe same tempo. It's gonna be 3/8, eighth, quarter, 3/8, eighth, quarter, 3/8, eighth, half. So we're going DF, D, D. Then a B octave, BG. Then a CG. Then I need to make sure I'm looking in the right clef. Yeah, okay. Then it is a C octave, CB. Then an FA. Alright. Then we'll repeat 5, 6, 7, 8. Except we'll be altering the 8th with a 9th, and the last one, instead of being an FA, was actually a DA. And then we have our last one before we have our own copy of In the Gloaming. 3/8, eighth, 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 eighth. Half to quarter, eighth, eighth. Why does that one look like it's supposed to be an eighth note? Why is it written down like an eighth note? Ooh, hey, let me look at the page real quick. That's not supposed to be a... You think that's a typo? I'm gonna assume that's a typo. Just 'cause. I'm gonna just assume it's a typo. All right. So quarter, 3/8, eighth, half, half. All right. So we go B natural, B natural. Be natural, guys. Oh, this is actually a full line of B naturals. Okay. Then a CA. That's a G. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Okay. Why is it specifying a G natural there? All right. I was misled by myself. Oh, I minimized that. That's my bad. So. Hopefully that puts me on track. And then a CA, 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 CA. All right. Then a G octave. Oops. Then a GB natural. Then a C octave, CB. And back to this B flat. And then an FA, FA. All right. Tempo. I'm gonna make an estimate. I'm gonna go with 42. You know, the answer to life, the universe, and everything. So lead, let's change it. Okay, chorus number 2 in bell. No. Be careful, I don't want to be erasing stuff that I did. let's see. How do they have it in here? Okay. Okay. So we're gonna try an instrumentation here. Of brass strings. See if it transitions well. lowercase that one right there. Alright. That is In the Gloaming. American Quartet 1910. Over 115 years ago. Maybe not over, but who knows. Alright. We will save in my classics page. Lowercase the. I want to export this one to arrangement from 1 to 12. Yeah. This will be the end after this, by the way. We'll see you tomorrow. Good luck out there, everyone. Take care. Stay safe. Good luck. Have fun. I'll have to do a different version or so to get more accurate on this, but anyway, actually see if I can learn how to play this one on the piano too. That'll be a lot of fun. Or I could get an upright bass and learn how to play the bass part, at least one of the lines. Sweet. Fully exported. Heck yeah. Alright. Well, that's it for today. That's it for today. Have a good one. I already did the whole spiel, but yes. Take care out there. See you all tomorrow. We'll decide on what game to play tomorrow. That's going to be a crazy one. Let's figure out what it is.